situation, bet you guys didn't think I'd be back for a second day, did you? Well, you were wrong. What? No, I'm back. Hey, so today I want to talk about some Marvel news. You know, yesterday I was talking about how I wanted Gifted to stay alive, stay floating. Well, apparently it's been renewed for a second season, which is awesome. I'm glad, because that show it's amazing. Really is good. It's not as good as Runaways, but it's damn good. But they just announced that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to be in the Venom movie. Now, I'm a big Venom fan. Venom's one of my favorite characters, especially out of the whole Spider-Verse. Easily my favorite. Even more so if we're going Eddie Brock Venom, which is what I believe they're doing. Although, well, if Tom Holland's in it, it has to be Eddie Brock. They can't do the Flash Thompson Venom. At least not yet. I mean, the dude's still in high school. But Agent Venom is legit, too. Gotta give it up to that. But, nah. If he's gonna be in Venom, that's gonna be badass. Oh, it's Tom Hardy being Venom, right? So it has to be Eddie Brock. I don't know if they're gonna do the whole black suit Spider-Man, because it's a Venom movie, not a Spider-Man movie. So it'll be interesting to see how they work the origin, because I don't know if you guys comic book news, but Secret Wars #8, the Beyonder, he had taken all these superheroes, brought them to another planet, and they were battling villains. Really good storyline. Well, Spider-Man's costume gets all torn up, so he goes to this machine that makes costumes, and he asks for a new suit, and he comes out with a black suit. He finds out later on that it's actually alive, it's an alien. And then he starts getting more aggressive. Basically, kind of the plot of Spider-Man 3, the last Sam Raimi movie, which was beyond bad, and retroactively destroys that franchise. Because 1 and 2 are such great movies, but 3 is just so... Eddie Brock should not be the same size as Peter Parker, I'm sorry. Look, I like that 70s show, I do. But Eric Forman should not be Eddie Brock. No. Venom should not look like Spider-Man. He's supposed to be big and bulky and... not meek and Spider-Man. No! It's wrong, it's bad, it's evil, don't do it. I love Sam Raimi, but he did it, and it broke my heart every time I think of that movie. It just makes me cry a little inside. Anywho. Don't do it. It's bad. So Tom Hardy, you know, he's a big, especially like when he's playing Bane, like, oh, he could pull off Venom. That's gonna be legit. I can't wait for that. But if Tom Holland's in it, that means that it takes place in the MCU. So that means the Marvel Cinematic Universe has a Venom. Is that not the coolest news you've ever heard in your entire life? Because I personally am very excited about that. It's awesome. And does that mean that there's potential for Carnage? Because that would be legit. Carnage would be awesome. Even a crossover movie with Spider-Man and Venom and fighting Carnage, that would be so... you know what? Take my money. Take all my money. I want to see that. It'd be so badass. And apparently Fox is still moving forward with a number of projects. I didn't even know this, but apparently Drew Goddard is doing a X-Force movie, which I love Drew Goddard. I love X-Force because I was just talking about it. That would be legit. I doubt then it will have to do with the New Mutants like I would hope, but... whatever, I'm on board for X-Force, because X-Force is one of the greatest teams. If you could give me, I'll take X-Force, I'll take X-Factor, any version of X-Factor, you know, the original X-Factor, which was the first 5 X-Men, kind of the second line of X-Factor, which was led by Havoc, or even like the later X-Factor that was led by Multiple Men. That would be badass too. Any of those different forms of X-Factor I would take. I just think it'd be cool. Get Strong Guy in there and shit. Like, it'd be badass. Like, I would watch that. We need more good X-Men movies. But apparently, and this is what really weirds me out, they're also moving forward with. So apparently, they're still moving forward with the X-Force movie, which is cool. Like I said, any of like the non-X-Men themselves movies, I'm on board with so far. They've all been pretty good. Well, we're not counting Wolverines, but you know, Deadpool. Deadpool's been pretty good. But apparently they're making a Doctor Doom movie. How do you make a Doctor Doom movie? I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, if you don't know anything about Doctor Doom except for on the old movies, you know, the last one, the last movie, Josh Trank's movie, is that his name? The one with Michael B. Jordan. It was an okay movie until they introduced Doctor Doom, and then that movie just falls off the wet rails and becomes a horrible, horrible movie that you should never, ever watch. But up until that point, it was actually pretty watchable. But the movie fucked up because they didn't understand Doctor Doom. They fucked up the character of Doctor Doom. Now, if you watch the 2 Fantastic Four movies before that, they still messed up Doctor Doom, but it was played by Cole, well, the guy who played Cole from Charmed, so I gave it a little bit of slack, but they still get it wrong. We actually got to go back to the 90s Fantastic Four movie to see a live-action Doom done kind of right. Which I know people shit on that movie, but it was actually pretty good. Like, it was the most Fantastic Four movie that we've gotten. And that Doom was pretty spot on to how Doom is. So, Doom, he's the greatest villain ever made, as far as I'm concerned. There's no villain greater than Doctor Doom. But a villain is only as good as his competition. Like, basically, you go into the MCU, the smartest man alive is Reed Richards. The second smartest man alive is Doctor Doom. The best sorcerer, the Sorcerer Supreme, is Doctor Strange. The second best sorcerer is Doctor Doom. Doom is the number 2 in both science and magic. It makes him kind of a badass. There's no one more cunning or cutthroat. I haven't read it, but he was also Iron Man for a while. Like, there was a point in time when I got really behind on comics, and I'm trying to get caught back up right now. So I missed the Superior Iron Man, or whatever it was called, where he was Iron Man, which I do want to go back and read. But Doom's just a badass. But he needs a hero. He needs someone to fight. How do you... And you can't make Doom the hero. Because it's just... I mean, you could. Doom is kind of a hero to his people. But he's crazy. I don't know. I just don't understand how you make a movie about Doom. You know? Although, anyone who's like, Doom's not the best villain ever made, he literally, when Asgard was on Earth, he kidnapped gods and then cut them open and experimented on them. What other villain in any universe? You pick your universe and you tell me who else has the audacity, the gumption to just go up to a god, cut him open, and experiment on him. Name anyone. Doom. Doom did it. It's a dude who, you know, his face is all scarred because he was trying to create something to talk to his dead mother, and it blew up in his face, and so now he's all hideously deformed. That's why he wears the mask and all that. And so he started, so then, you know, he was genius, but then he started playing around with magic to try to talk to his mother. He finally gets into hell to find his mother and is offered, you leave your mother here, we'll give you power. And he was like, sorry, Mom. Like, his main motivation has been to find his mom. And then he's like, fuck her, I'll take power. That's what we're dealing with. He's like the ultimate villain. Why are you going to make him the hero of the movie? Who's he fighting? You know they're not going to put the Fantastic Four in there, so he doesn't have Reed Richards. They don't have the rights to Doctor Strange. Who can compete with Doom? Who? Doom has to be the one that you're coming up against. You're facing. Who's he going to be facing? Mephisto? Well, but he's owned by Marvel. See, they don't have enough rights to characters to make this interesting. Unless he's battling Galacticus, that would be a fight I'd watch. But I mean, they butchered him in Rise of the Silver Surfer, so can they do him right this time? I don't know. Doom, I love the character of Doom, and I don't want them to mess him up the way that they messed up Venom on the last Venom movie. But hopefully this Venom's good. I'm really, really pulling for this Venom, and I'm so glad it's in the MCU. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about how excited I am for the Venom movie that's coming out. This is going to be amazing. But, as always, I'm Jonathan. Give us legends.